this computer.
Woo! Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
All right. Oh yeah, keep it clapping, keep it clapping, keep it clapping.
This feels nice.
In fact, give me 30 seconds.
Okay, that's amazing.
Shiny forehead. Woo!
Yeah.
Let it shine. When they said let it light, they use his forehead as reflection.
Listen, don't fight down stuff.
And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good. Also, every now and again, you got to flip that switch. Every now and again, flip this button right there. Every now and again, to reset the timer. This arrow by the end. Yeah, any of them. But you can leave it for now. Good evening, ladies and gents. Those in the room, those on the virtual platform. Who do we have here? We have Toastmaster Jones. We got PTM. The name slipped my mind. Please do not get me in trouble. We got hey, Nails. Danielle? Whose guess is Danielle? Your guess? Woo! Hey Danielle, welcome. Toastmaster Austin, Toastmaster Noah, Toastmaster Jones, Toastmaster Smith is leaving out the door right now. But good evening. It's a pleasure to have you guys here inside of my doctor's office. I'm not a real doctor, so anything that said, disclaimer, do not go ahead and do it and then blame me. You cannot sue me for any liability. But this evening, you will be into the office of Dr. Dream. And this evening, we're talking about detoxing with pressure. Pressure makes diamonds, pressure bursts pipe, pressure break it back and put it right back. Pressure with seed, make that thing grow out the ground. Pressure makes you stand tall when you really want to lay down. Pressure brings the most out of you. Pressure is something that we all need. Isn't that true? When pressure gets tall, we stand taller. Because no matter how tall it is, I can't end that. I was trying to make it up, but I had something in mind. I was rehearsing that all day, and it went a whole lot better than that. But pressure is something that when we think about it, we often think about that in a negative light, right? We got high blood pressure, we have pressure with school, we have pressure in our lifetime. But oftentimes, this same pressure is a thing that pulls more of us, out of us. It's a thing that pushes us, that forces us to grow and become more. And like the diamond, without that pressure and that heat, it cannot form the structure that allows it to be so strong and so valuable. So with that pressure and with the cutting of the diamond, it increases its strength. So it's something that could break or it could make, depending on how we use that pressure. So we're going to start this evening off with a little, let's start off with a little game. And then I'm also going to move that we have our speakers come up early, just to let you get out of here. So, we're going to start off with a fun thing. It's slippery. No. I can spawn. But this is just one illustration of pressure. Can I have one volunteer? Who don't mind getting a little dirty? Could be one or it could be two. Also, Toastmaster minutes, put these on. It's fine. Now, if you're gonna turn it, don't turn it.
This is more serious than the other.
Go to the side. Go to the side. Yeah. All right. Pressure. What I want you to do, you're gonna take this egg. You're gonna hold this egg sideways and see how much force it takes just to break into that egg. All right. In fact, if you don't want to dirty your clothes,
I was just gonna say.
here's this. Personal lab coat. You're my temporary assistant for today. Go ahead, put it on quickly. Vamos. Because in the ER, every second counts. If we get ready quickly. Is that good enough? All right. Go ahead. Just hold it stabilized like that, and see how much pressure it takes to break that. Give me one moment. Go ahead. Press into it. Press it down. Go ahead. All right. We got one broken egg. Now, what I want you to do this time, where's the rest of the eggs? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go again. But I want you now to hold this egg upright and press down into it the same way, but directly down in the center of it.
I don't know, I thought that was a big goal.
So hold it directly upright and go ahead and try to break it. With the same amount of force that you have, and then increase it as you go. Was that easier to break it from the top?
Not much of a difference in me.
I think you broke my game.
I'm sorry.
We get one more egg, Kareem.
Okay.
Do not hit this egg. But it says press into it. Just press into it. So hold it upright once again. Press into that egg. Stop. Hold it sideways. Press into it with the same exact force you had. Stand it back up. Increase that a little bit more. Stronger.
Come to science class.
Stop. Okay, now turn it sideways with the same amount of force you had just now. You've been pressing into it?
Yeah.
Okay, just for illustration purposes, I was trying to have a lesson right there with Kareem. I failed to give him better instructions.
Yeah, I know.
But in that last round, was it easier to break it sideways or standing when it was upright?
When I was upright.
What is upright?
Standing up there.
Was it easier to break it upright?
Yeah, after I applied more pressure to the sideways.
Korean, you failed! Take off these gloves and go. The point was about pressure. The idea about pressure, especially when it comes to breaking things, with this egg, the egg is designed to hold more pressure standing when it's upright. In the same position as when the hen lays its egg and is standing up. It's made to hold a bit more pressure when it's standing than it is on its side. And that's to support some of the weight when the hen is sitting on the eggs, partly, and also it's just designed that way to hold more top down. And the thing, how does that relate to pressure, right? The same egg, when can hold more pressure in one axis than it can inside the other axis. And it's the same way with us. Depending on our positioning and our posture, the amount of force that we can take, the amount of pressure that we can handle, based on how we feel, kind of mental state and emotional state that we have, it varies depending on the position that we have. So, similar to the egg, which I allowed him to knock it, and I should allow him to knock it at first, but it's my fault. It's not your fault. This patient died not because of you, but because of me.
That's good to know.
Yeah, so you will not get sued. But that's what it is with life as well. Now, let's move on, and I would like to motion that, is it possible for us to have our speaker number one, to TM Curtis, go so that she could leave for another function?
You are the chairperson, Mr. Chair.
All right, so it is possible. We would now like to bring to the floor the beautiful one, the linguist, the one who is quick on her feet and quick on her hands. Potentially, I've never seen those hands, and I hope that I never have to see those hands as well. Let's now bring her up to the floor, the poet, the brilliant one herself, newly Toastmaster, Linnea Curtis.
That's my daughter.
Go ahead. Is this your icebreaker speech? Oh, what's your pathway? Oh, geez, oh my God, we ain't sit down yet. Okay. No, you go right ahead. This is your icebreaker speech, 4 to 6 minutes. Yes, go ahead, and we can talk later on, okay? All right, the floor is yours.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Linnea Curtis, but please don't call me that. I go by Summer. Don't call me enough. I will not ignore you.
Don't go to Linnea?
No, Summer. Toastmaster, Summer.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Well, we gotta change it. We can change it in one then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm a poet. I had intended to do a poem for you guys, like to start my speech, but I changed my mind. What I'm gonna do instead is give you a haiku that I heard earlier this summer when I attended a spoken word event in Atlanta. This has nothing to do with description myself, but it will give you, like, I guess, a little bit insight into the kind of person that I am. Okay, so there was this kid that was basically bullying a teacher. So every class, he used to say, like, mean or rude things, and the teacher would always, like, go back at him about it. It was this one time he had said something really insulting, and so the teacher refused to reply. So at the end of the class, the young boy, let's call him John, and his friends came to the teacher and was like, what's going on? Like, why didn't you reply, Mr. Anderson? So he was like, give me a moment or whatever. Check me next class. So the following class, everybody thought that he was to get him back in the front of the class, because he usually goes back and forth with him in front of the class. He didn't. So once again, at the end of the class, the little boy came and was like, so what is your response? So the teacher said, a message to all of my hecklers. If you are looking for my comeback, you should check your mother's throat. Yeah. Okay.
Period.
Wow.
Yeah. So good evening, everybody. My name is Linnea. Summer, you talking to me. I am a 90s era child. I grew up in a Rastafarian home. However, I'm non-religious. I consider myself to be an artist. I paint for tattoo, hair, um, and other disciplinaries of art. Um, poetry as well. Okay, I'm trying to remember what I wrote. Yeah, I'm a mother. I have two beautiful spawns. They're 2 and 9. Crazy enough, I don't even know how I find time to attend these meetings because I'm a very busy individual. But I one day would like to be your Minister of Education, so I figured public speaking, could be worked on. I'm also a student at the University of Bahamas. I'm studying law and criminal justice. I don't know what's on me, but I don't know why. In my spare time, I enjoy dancing, singing. I'm not good at it.
Are you good at dancing?
Very good. I also like to cook. I like to bake. I like to send niggas crazy. I like to play cards. I'm in the process of learning how to play chess. I play golf for therapy because I could say like people that I have issues with, fixes on the ball, and it would be like my anger. I perform poetry at the open mic across the street, every last Wednesday of the month. Is how like they called me so open mic. I was a featured artist last month. I hope to be again next year when the show will be again after its last show in this month. I have a prior engagement to this one, but I chose this one, and so I'm going to build it up on afterwards. I don't want to say the new stuff.
You can, you don't have to. You can tap out. You can end it now if you want to, or continue.
I am a pirate at heart, so I curse a lot. So please, just give me a fine or something like that. I'll hear me curse during me. It's probably gonna happen. I'm very educated. Thanks, God.
And thank you. Another round of applause virtually as well for Toastmaster Summer. Summer Flames or just Summer? Summer Flames or just Summer?
Yes,
Toastmaster Summer. The card playing, dancing, poet, who has another engagement to go to, but she chose to come here first. Isn't that a testament to dedication to growth? Also, so you're free from your shackles, you're free to walk the plank, Miss Pirate. And now let's move on. We would now like to bring on our thought and joke master in the person of Toastmaster Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is also an artist. He's also, he says that he's good at dancing as well. Some people could prove that, but we have not seen evidence on that part. But if he's available, let's bring to the floor Toastmaster Daniel Jones for our thought/joke of this evening.
Woo! Good evening. So before I get into this forward/joke session, please allow me to go over the role briefly of the forward/joke master. So the role of the forward/joke master is basically to give the club a forward and or joke that is related to the theme for the night. So basically something related to the educational session. And if you know me, it's going to be very, very random. With that being said, there we go. All right. Hello, everyone. So, if you or somebody you know is suffering from pressure and need a bit of a detox, here is your funky, groovy dev twin here to give you my favorite tip. Now, you may say, oh, why is this man sitting before me so happy, so hyper? What is his secret? Obviously, there's no pressure on him. He's just flowing like an ocean. Well, there are 3 things that I help you today. So for those subtle days where you just want to be decent, get yourself a tea kettle, also known as the kettle. Yes, it's French. Wait, that like, there we go. Make yourself some tea. It relieves the pressure, relieves tension, relaxes your body. Now that doesn't work. Option number 2. Wine. Wine in the morning is called breakfast. For those days where you just need to be mellow, feel flexy, and just love yourself, there is wine. Because when life gives you pressure and you just need to push it, wine comes and soothes the savage beast. Now, ancient Chinese secret, when neither of those 2 work, don't tell no one. Vodka. Yes, vodka. Because when tea and wine does not work, take a shot, take a sip, take a cup, or take the bottle to the head. Because when you need a detox, it doesn't matter how you do it. Once you feel good at the end. Thank you. Back to you, Mr. Chair.
I had to pull my child away from the screen.
Mr. Chair, what child you had to pull away from the screen?
You didn't see them because I pulled them away from the screen.
So our chairperson went on vacation. Mr. Chair.
Can't hear you.
Is it because am I soft in the room or is my micness not working properly?
Oh, I
It's
was
not-
muted. I was muted. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's going.
Okay, great. And he is back.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jones, for that wonderful thought.
Slash joke master session.
Absolutely. There's nothing like a little jog to get your temperature up. Let's now have our second patient, Toastmaster Kyle Edwards, to the floor. What we're gonna do today, let's move this out of the way. Take a seat in that chair. And today, we're going to take your temperature. This will not be going in any weird places. It'll be right under your armpit and the hair. So go ahead, put that under there, and then pin your arm closed, right into your pocket. Yeah, not arm.
Right here?
Yeah, right there. That's like kind of squeeze. Just to keep it a little sanitary. It could go on, you want to go on the armpit though? I know, let's put it off.
I thought it typically goes.
It typically does. So let's go under the armpit. Just to go ahead, Riz, I'm gonna click that, and you go ahead, place it in there, and then lock it down quickly.
Mr. Chair, we want to see it go under the armpit. There you go.
Powerful.
Is it in place?
I believe so, yes.
We can see you now.
Now you may be wondering, why in the world do I the way have Khalil taking his temperature? Well, when we're talking about pressure, right, and the ability to be able to detox pressure, pressure could show itself in many forms, or the results from pressure could be expressed in many forms. It could be your breathing. It could be your temperature. Your temperature rises with the increased amount of stress or that you may have going on. So think about it. When was the last time you ever had your temperature checked? When was the last time Toastmaster minutes? Was it this year? Did you have a temperature check this year?
Quite some time.
What about you, Toastmaster Edwards?
A long time. A very long time. Not this year.
Toastmaster McPhee, when was the last time you had your temperature checked?
A long time.
A long time.
I can't remember this one.
And this little thing that we take for granted, I
Mine
heard
was yesterday.
yesterday. Who? Oh, because you trying to see if you caught something.
I was at the doctor's office, sorry.
Got it.
So I had something under my arm too.
Mm-hmm. So its temperature is 96.3. Is 96.3 being normal? Y'all think it's a normal temperature, guys?
Yeah, I think so.
It is.
Yeah. Nothing more than 99.
Yeah, I think an average of 97 is good. So, when you're feeling off or when you're dealing with things, a particularly stressful week, it's important for us to sometimes take note of how we feel and actually take record of different things. Take your temperature, weigh yourself on the scale. You might realize that, hey, maybe my weight is dropping. I wasn't eating as much. Oh, maybe I'm gaining weight. Oh, I'm eating too much because I'm going through a stressful time. It's important for us to continue to check ourselves so that we can recalibrate and ensure that we are detoxing ourselves and that we are positioning ourselves for the best outcome. So thank you, my patients. Toastmaster Edwards, you may now get out of my office. No lollipops for you, because I have none. Unless you want a banana, I have a banana. All right, yes. That would be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Listen, that didn't even sound right. We knew what you meant, though. We knew what you meant.
Now, we'd like to bring to the floor the wonderful, the brilliant one. Some say that he's a belly dancer. I've not seen this, so I cannot verify that. So talk is cheap. So he's clear, innocent until proven guilty. The brilliant one, the one who you can count on when you need some support, somebody who is empathetic, somebody who is sharp and intelligent, somebody who is handsome. He makes all the people go, wow. Toastmaster, the Mars Knowles, with our lexicology session. And I'll bring your session up now.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for the introduction. As a lexicologist, my role is to introduce a new word to the club that they could use throughout the meeting or within their everyday life. And can I share my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You should have access.
For this evening's meeting, the word of the day is prowess. Prowess means distinguished bravery, extraordinary ability. An example is, he is known for his prowess on the football field. Does anyone want to try this word of today in a sentence?
We have somebody in the room. Toastmaster minutes.
Okay. The lion was known for his prowess in the jungle.
Was that audible, Toastmaster knows?
Yes. Thank you so much, TM Minutes. Does anyone else want to try the word of today in a sentence? Before I start volunteering. Okay, I shall volunteer. PTM, Devon McPhee, would you like to try his word of today?
The prowess of Tom is extraordinary.
Okay, thank you. TM, Daniel Jones, would you like to try the word of today? TM, Alonzo Austin, would you like to try the word of today in a sentence?
Sure. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Bonefish Foley was known for his prowess fishing because he ventured through treacherous water to catch bonefish.
Thank you, thank you.
Toastmaster Edwards would like to give it a try in the room.
Yes.
Okay, let's follow this. So it takes prowess to show up to a gunfight with your fists.
Don't do that.
And you know what
Do not do that.
Hey, believe in yourself.
Yes, I'll
Amen.
believe in you in that obituary as well.
I'm saying
And on to glory.
I will do one more volunteer, and from then I will end my astrology session. Anyone want to try this word?
I'll go.
Okay.
We look at leaders and other people who've done things, and we look in awe at the prowess that they show when they move and they shape and they change society. However, that same ability for us to move and shake and stand for something or stand in the midst of something is placed within each one of us. And sometimes we need that pressure to bring that greatness out of us. So, yeah, thank you. I'll leave that right there.
Thank you. Here ends the lexicology session. You can call on me at any time.
One more time for Toastmaster Knowles and the word prowess. Give me 30 seconds, gone. Give me 1 minute of potential recess. I'm going to play some tunes. Check this out. Agent Dr. Williams, Agent Dr. Williams. Yes, Dr. Williams speaking. We have a code red. We have a code red. Patient in the room is not breathing. Patient is not breathing. What? Which one? Which one? He's inside emergency room 1005. Emergency room 1005. I'm on the way. Dr. Edwards, Dr. Edwards. Come here. Having a little bit of trouble. You have any suggestions? Talk to me. Do you hear anything? This pulse is very faint, very faint. CPR? Are you familiar with these? Dr. Edwards. Dr. Edwards. Go ahead and get this dog. Give him some CPR right quickly, please. Put aside. Okay. Come to the side. Yes, because positioning is very important. Go ahead. CPR. Push. Now breathe. Push. Go ahead. Push. Now breathe. Go ahead, put the back into that breathing there. I think it will be very effective if you do a little dance motion while you breathe as well. Go ahead. Go ahead. Breathe. He's about to die. Give him a breath. As much breath as you can. Give him. Thank you, Dr. Edwards. I think it's good. Thank you. The bear says thank you. Breathe his life back in here. Now get out of here. All right. Sorry about that, guys, but when duty calls, you have to respond to the call. They can call at any time. Some doctors, like our Toastmaster, Kristen Adderley, is sometimes on call 24, 36 hours straight inside the hospital working. And shifts like that could absolutely cause tons of pressure, right? Imagine, first of all, you're up for 36 hours, you do a 24-hour on-call shift, then a regular shift after that. There's really no time to sleep, and especially if things are chaotic inside these rooms where somebody could come in with a gunshot wound, somebody could come in who's not breathing, like our bear, somebody could come in who was on kidney failure dialysis, but maybe they drank too much liquids and they're starting to shut down, and you have to respond to the call. But how do you respond? How do you deal with pressure? And the better we are with dealing with pressure, the better we are with performing and being able to be relied upon, right? If you know I can handle pressure, then you would call on me when things are tough or when things are active to say, hey, I know I can count on you in this room to be able to get us through. So there's somebody else that we can count on. And this person is our speaker number one, speaker number two for this evening. The one whose hands are gifted. He does not work in a hospital. However, he has surgical abilities when baking, when crafting these cakes and cookies and these delicious meals if he was in the hospital, I'm sure he would be able to save lives with those very same hands. Let's bring him on with a loud round of applause. Applause on the Zoom as well for Toastmaster Kareem Minutes. Can you give an intro?
I was able to access the ads and everything, so
Yeah.
actually what it was.
Okay, so just freestyle.
Yeah, basically.
All right, go ahead, give it a shot.
All right. Good night, everyone. So I'll be speaking on the theme detox with pressure. All right.
This is not your icebreaker, right?
No, I'm an icebreaker.
Okay, we can work it out.
Yeah. All right. I would say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, but it appears as if it's just us guys. So welcome, gentlemen. Tonight we will be speaking on a topic or a theme of the utmost importance: detox with pressure. In our modern day society or world, there are many challenges, tasks, responsibilities, and obligations that can sometimes wear us down or sometimes really take a toll on us. And because of those challenges or those impediments, it's extremely important for us to make sure that we know how to detox with pressure. And when it comes to detoxing with pressure, we have to ensure that we do it right. And to be able to better help you guys understand this, imagine just for a second, right, that your life is a pressure cooker. You all know what a pressure cooker is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine your life in a pressure cooker and it's constantly simmering with stress, simmering with challenges, simmering with impediments, or basically just the daily struggles of life, right? And it's simmering to the point of no turning back. It's constantly on daily, no break, right? What do you think is gonna happen when it's dealing with so much pressure and doesn't have any chance to really handle that pressure? It's gonna explode. Why? Because at the end of the day, you're putting more pressure than what the pressure cooker can handle. And just like our life, if we don't know how to properly detox and how to properly handle that pressure, then eventually it's going to explode in our faces, or we're going to lose control, or simply malfunction. And that's why it's important for us to know how to properly detox and pressure and the importance of it. See, when it comes to detoxing, a lot of people think that detoxing is just, okay, I'll make myself a smoothie, get a nice drink, flush out the good old colons and call it a day. No, that's not just what detoxing is all about. It's part of it. But detoxing is more than just cleansing your physical state. It's more so about, as well as it's about, cleansing your mental, emotional, and your social well-being. Why? Because they all make up your well-being. Detoxing isn't just focused on one aspect. And as we think about those, it's also important for us to remember that when it comes to pressure, there are two types of pressure. When it comes to pressure, it's important for us to remember that pressure can be good and pressure can be bad. But it's how we handle it. Because if we handle pressure and we allow pressure to mold us and to strengthen us and to allow us to face our challenges, then we can be able to enhance or have personal growth. But if we don't find means or ways for us to be able to not only take on pressure, but be able to handle it, so like the pressure cooker, we don't have to deal with more than we can handle, then we're not going to be able to achieve our goals and ambitions. Because when you really look at it, pressure is a natural part of life. We experience pressure almost every day. And pressure is something that fuels us. Why? Because a lot of times we have pressure when we have goals, we have ambitions, when we have deadlines, things to do, or even when we're just trying to help other people out or trying to do something that's important for work or school. But at the same time, it's important for us to also allow ourselves to detox with that pressure. And what that means is you're telling yourself, even though at the end of the day I'm going to allow this pressure to make me into a stronger person, to allow me to have more resilience, I'm still going to make sure that I'm detoxing and handling it the right way. And there are several ways in which we can handle that pressure. They can be from simply you just being mindful, being aware, not just going into the day and not having a clue as to what's going to happen or a clue as to what you can handle. No. It can also be meditating, making sure you taking a deep breath and releasing. But sometimes that can make a big difference after a long day. And another important part that we have to consider when it comes to handling pressure is making sure that we embrace challenges. Because challenges come to really make us stronger if we allow them to. But at the same time, we also have to remember too that balance is key. So when we take on those challenges, we want to make sure that those challenges, they are going to not only enhance our growth, but not hinder it. And as I said earlier too in the introduction, my introductory part of my speech, it is extremely important for us to consider also our social state. And what that means is you are examining the networks that you have around you, the people that you talk with daily or you have around you, as well as the type of relationship that you have. Because they can either make you or break you. Why? Because those people, whether you look at it or whether you believe it or not, they are some form of pressure in our lives. And they can challenge us and make us better and allow us to really achieve our fullest potential. Or they can challenge us but still keep us down, keep us from achieving what we are truly meant to achieve and from truly living the life that we want to live. So when considering pressure when it comes to detoxing, it's important for us to remember that they go hand in hand. Because as Kareem Lodgin said earlier in his speech, detoxing with pressure is almost like a diamond that's being made. We all know a diamond, it cannot be made without any pressure. A diamond has to go through immense pressure just for it to look all shiny, beautiful, and expensive. So just like us, we have to be willing to go through the flames, go through the furnace, and be forged into something extraordinary. So when considering detoxing with pressure, we have to always remember that it's important for us to cleanse not just our bodies, our mind, our soul, but it's also important that we cleanse them, no matter what we do or what our outlet is, to consider pressure. Because that pressure, like with detoxing, it not only helps to cleanse us, but it helps to build us up. And once we ensure that we're taking on the pressure, we can handle it using that pressure to harness our fullest potential, like I said, we can be able to truly achieve wonders in our life and live a life that is truly ours or yours. Thank you.
Keep a round of applause going for Toastmaster Korean Minutes, giving an impromptu speech on pressure. Like the pressure cooker, it's important for us to know our capacities, but there's also times where we should be able to know our capacities by testing our capacities as well, to see how much can we handle. And if we take on too much at a time when we can only do so much, it'll either increase our capacity or it'll be the thing that causes us to explode. So thank you, Toastmaster Korean Minutes, for a wonderful speech off the cuff. And with that being said, I will now like to move into our general evaluation session with none other than the person, the great one himself, who was already. Yes. Oh, table topics. Yes, this is. Maybe not. Toastmaster Knowles is not on the call as well. Toastmaster Jones, we have no table topics on the agenda. I think maybe the intent was to have 3 speakers and keep it a stat potentially. So yes, it's not on the agenda. We'll now move into our Toastmaster Knowles. We have no table topics on the agenda, right? If there be none, let's move into our general evaluation session with none other than the great one himself, Toastmaster Daniel Jones. Also, give him a round of applause as he comes to the floor. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, Toastmaster Jones, for our general evaluation session.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, there is no tabletop session for what's here. We were expecting a few more speeches. That's just tonight. With that being said, I am the only one. There is no one else who can be like me. Okay, I am Beyonce, Alien Superstar. Now let's get into the actual nitty gritty. I am
That
your
was
general
iconic,
evaluator. Listen, of course, I have to be random. When you do anything on the agenda, it's always best to add your own personal flair and randomness to it. No one is judging you except for the general evaluator. The main evaluator is to provide evaluation, critiques, praises for all aspects of the education session. Basically, give you room for improvement and encourage you to continue to use your spark, your personal flair, and be awesome at everything that you do on the virtual left turn. With that being said, first things first, I'm the realist. And my Azalea voice, but I am not going to start off with the chairperson. I'm going to start with your four-star stroke master in the person of Toastmaster Daniel Jones, because that is me. He is I am him. I would like to call Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Kalal Edwards. How are you doing? Help me evaluate our good four-star stroke master, Toastmaster Daniel Jones. Wow. You unmuted, it seems. I cannot hear you unless I'm just yeah.
Hey, go ahead.
No, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so can you hear me good?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Great. So once again, if you enjoyed our session done by Toastmasters, please give him a round of applause. Please show your reaction in the chat. Okay, great. Now, Toastmaster Jones, it's always a pleasure to see you behind the curtain, because you never know what you're gonna get. Just know that you're gonna get something magical. You're gonna get something that makes you look and go, what in the world did I just watch? But you're entertained and you're very well informed. I couldn't tell whether you were trying to share a thought or a joke, but I know it was just a way there. And I can say that I appreciate the information, and I know to hire you for a commercial now, because it felt like a straight up Death Twin Liquors commercial, like a Death Twin Liquors commercial. So, I don't really have any cautions for you except for it'd probably be best to stand up, put a little bit more body into it than you did while you were just sitting there showing us your liquor. Also, if you're selling something, it would also be best to show full bottles. Most of them was empty or half empty.
Like you said.
Yeah, but other than that, it was such a pleasure to see you behind the virtual lectern, and I know you're great, and I can't wait to see you get greater at this role. So I look forward to seeing you once again as a /Joke Master on another role. So thank you.
TM Jones, I agree with the sentiments of the evaluator. That surely was a commercial. Already. I don't think anyone expected you to basically do the role of the Foster Stroke Master, then switch into whole commercial mode and just give us like 3 different steps for a Foster Stroke, like relief pressure. Like that was random. It was random. It was what we expected. I don't encourage you to, like he said, use full bottles and just continue to think outside of the box. Yes, I'm talking to myself, but of course, I'm imagining that TM Jones is inside the room.
And you should not.
The way the chairperson soon come. All right. So, that was our Foster Stroke Master who gave you joke DJ Murdums. Anyways. Next up, we're gonna have our Lexocologist. Booyaka, booyaka, 619. Knows. I do not. You are in bed, so you should be resting, which I encourage you to rest. So I shall pick on you later. All right, so let's continue down the agenda. There's no table topic session, so of course, we'll not evaluate the table topic master. So let's go to our first speaker, TM Summer, who it was an icebreaker. I believe she left early. So I shall find her private chat at a later time for her evaluation. But just for the record, she did. Yeah, but I'll speak with her one-on-one with that one. So let's go to our second speaker, TM Menace. You did impromptu, and honestly, I did not think it was impromptu until the chairperson came out of nowhere and was like, it was impromptu.
Well, I guess you could sort of say that because I didn't use any resources on my phone or anything like that. It surprisingly went well. Yeah, you could say that.
It did. I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to be an evaluator for this one. Please help me and welcome DTM Williams, who, if he's able, will assist me in evaluating our good VPPR.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. President, for allowing me the opportunity. Can everyone in the room hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank you, and it's so good to hear all of your incredible voices throughout this evening. Kudos to the chair. To you, Mr. Menace, Toastmaster Menace, I want to applaud you because I don't know how many times in life you've had to give an off-the-cuff speech, a full off-the-cuff speech. I don't know how many times you may have, maybe once, twice, 4 times, 20 times, I don't know. But to do so is not easy, right? And so you've not only taken the mantle tonight, but I favor that you made it from start to finish. You, sir, deserve a round of applause for that. You heralded one clear message, is that importance of pressure when it comes to our betterment as individuals. And I appreciated it. I always favor not only your ability to recant the topic, but to also let your hands help you tell it. You know how to keep your hands in the front of you, my friend. And to me, that's better than keeping them tied behind your back. And so, even though there's still good progress in your future, I can't wait to see more of the purposeful hand movement. I was really happy to see you open and utilize them to literally look at us and guide us with what you had to say with your hand and gestures as well. If I could give you any tips, I want to encourage you to use a technique when you're approaching an impromptu concept, right? I believe that Toastmaster Will Dream would be similarly aware of this. But when you're approaching an impromptu task, your best avenue would be to utilize or take your theme through the avenue of a story. Take your theme through the avenue of a story. I imagined you being able to tell your speech tonight while adding to it the lyricism that could make the mental visuals in our mind. Maybe the story of a time that you faced pressure and how you didn't let that pressure hold you down, but you allowed that pressure to build you and to make you shine even brighter. Or maybe a family member, a friend, maybe a celebrity or a well-known person in the past. You know, some story could have been uniquely tied to this to give us something to relate to. That technique could be your best friend because it helps us connect even more. Right? So I want to leave that with you. I also want to leave with you the brilliance of watching our grammar. And not just grammar. I want to be more specific than grammar. I want to say diction, our word choice. Right? I was listening to the speech, and at one point I heard you say something along the lines of detoxing our spiritual, mental, and physical well-being. And I don't know if I want to detox any of my well-beings because I want them to stay well. I think you caught what I'm right? So maybe our diction, and I know because it's impromptu, you're thinking of the right words to say. That's only one occurrence. There were other elements where the right words would have helped us to better gain an understanding of what you wanted to rightfully say. Sometimes it became a little too repetitious, but practicing impromptu speaking helps you to excuse me, helps you to strengthen your ability to pull the right word, right? So in that case, maybe detoxifying elements or detoxifying your spiritual, mental, and physical uh, elements of your being, something along the line, maybe something else. But I don't want to detox my well-being because it's already well. Take a consideration there. And then the last thing would be you said sorry a lot. And I was like, I didn't even touch him. I didn't shoot him. I didn't kick him. I didn't push him. I didn't do a thing to Kareem. Why is he telling me sorry? What did I ever? I felt so offended. No need to apologize. And I figured that you were being guided by the good area director in the room with the camera movement. And so you may have just said sorry inadvertently in response to his guidance or his direction. But even the well-structured speaker has to learn to be able to even take those cues and still be able to move swiftly without apologizing. But you're moving in the right direction, Kareem. You don't know how happy and proud I am to see you moving in the right direction. I want you to hone on the elements that make us relate to you more, right? And that's for any speaker. The stories, craft your speeches, those themes, Craft them through stories, short stories that allow us to catch your concept and run with your flow. Practice a little bit more with the diction. Pause instead of apologizing. And it's going to further push you into way better straights. I cannot wait to see you at the lectern again. You're phenomenal.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dear Minister, when it comes to impromptu speeches and visionaries, I shall leave it at that because Tim Williams and Tim, well, you know exactly what I'm going to say. Impromptu is easy, and the fact that to even take the step to give it a try shows exactly how much confidence and how much you want in the program. Because at first you were timid, shy, and used to hug the paper and hug the podium. Now look at you. Your shiny forehead is shining with and growth and potential.
Thank you.
Why do you like people's foreheads so much?
Yeah, we got a four and finish.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that. Thank you.
Toastmaster Jones, if I may, your audio is like in and out. Is your phone sitting on something, or is it connected to a audio device?
I think that because my phone is running hot, I'm hotspotting amongst other things. Let me clear that up real quick. Look at my screen. Okay.
Don't let it stop the show. Adjust that as you go.
All right. So I do agree with the sentiments of evaluator Team Minutes. You are awesome. You're wonderful. You have grown so in the program to the point where it's almost like it's a completely different person. I can't wait to see you in a few more months. You really get a hang of your personal flair and style. We really get to see you spark. So I have no more further caution, snippets, or anything for you. So shall we continue? Next up, we have our grammarian who is not here. But I do believe no one used the word of the day outside of the lexicon section. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the role of the grammarian is basically to make note of persons use the word of the day outside of the lexicon sessions. Persons make note of improper use of grammar. I do not have a report, so we shall continue. Next up, we have our arm counter. Well, we should call on Jesus. Okay, what's try?
That's a good one.
Okay, so now on our timer.
Thank you so much for calling on me, Mr. General Evaluator.
Okay, I'd like to call on our timer determinant.
Oh. Thank you so much, Mr. G. The role of the timer is to record the flow of time in the meeting from start to finish. My report is as follows. Is as follows. The meeting started at 6:30 p.m. There was a recess from 6:35 to 6:50 p.m. We then had the first speech, which was Toastmaster Curtis, which was given from 7:09 p.m. to 7:14 p.m. Then we had the Thought and Joke Master session, which went from 7:16 p.m. to 7:19 p.m. We then had the Lexicology session from 7:25 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. We then had Toastmaster Kareem Menace's speech from 7:38 p.m. to 7:45 p.m. The general evaluation session began at 7:47 p.m. Toastmaster Daniel Jones's evaluation began at 7:49 p.m. and ended at 7:51 p.m. Toastmaster Kareem Minnis' evaluation began at 7:54 p.m. and ended at 8:02 p.m. The timer's report began at 8:06 p.m. and is currently going for a little over 1 minute now. It is currently 8:07 p.m. and here ends the timer's report. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
You're currently muted.
Muted.
We cannot hear you, Toastmaster Jones.
Rock you off, though. May your summer be well and blissful tonight. Because I have no idea where Coach Dracula came from for the evaluation, but I accept him as he is. All right, so with that being said, that was all of our reports officially. Now, time for one more evaluation. That is the evaluation of our chairperson, TM Dream. And my voice, how you doing, Dr. Wildream?
Doing well, doing well.
Awesome. I'm gonna tell you a new one as an evaluator.
No, sir.
Yeah, whenever you're a chairperson, you always get into character and you always blow our mind when it comes to your characters, what you present, and your activities. I really enjoyed it. You had me looking at the screen like, what is going on, what is going to happen next, and you kept me engaged. I can't speak for everyone, but I truly did enjoy your session. But if I may caution you,
Yes.
you are the chairperson, which means you are in charge of the flow of the meeting. We don't know what you're gonna do. It is your choice how you do it. So if you decide that you're gonna put the speakers first, the table topic next, and then this and that next, then you're gonna end with the evaluation session. That is on you. You don't need to run it by us. That is your choice. You are the one who's in charge of the flow of the meeting. So that's the only thing I caution you on. Even if you're second guessing yourself, take it. It's enough that you're wrong with taking a 5-second break, think in your head, and okay, boom, say your decision to the audience and stuff. Because we can't tell what's going on in your head. We cannot tell what's going to happen next. Yes, we're used to a particular structure of meeting, but that won't happen all the time. So as the chairperson, this goes for everyone. As the chairperson, you are in charge of the flow of your meeting. Just how you can decide what activities you're going to put between each session to help the transition to be smoother and more engaging. You decide if you want to put this first or second. So that's the only thing you're on. But otherwise, it truly was amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I enjoyed it. It kept me engaged. I'm gonna ask everyone in the room and on the Zoom call if you enjoyed Dr. Williams' chairpersonship. Please unmute your mics. No, if you're in the room, you scream.
Great job. Creative chairmanship, I think. I gave it 30 minutes. I never thought I could.
Some sexy CPR. Okay. I may or may not. I can. Are you done, general evaluator? Is it back to me?
Well, I was about to close, but since you want to rush me.
No. I wasn't sure. I just didn't hear anything. Go ahead.
I have no more cautions and praises. You were amazing. Please continue the awesome work and continue to add your artistic flair with everything that you do inside as well as outside of Toastmasters. Here ends my general evaluation session. Please call me at any time. And if TM Knowles is still off the call and unavailable, you could just yield to me back one time. Thank you.
Pressure. Once again, pressure could make diamonds, but like we said, pressure can burst pipes. And there will be times when pressure causes our bodies to break down or to experience pain, right? We've all been there before. A sprained leg, a broken arm, the need to be admitted into hospital for some reason, one or the other. And while they may prescribe you medicine, right, to treat the symptoms or to ease the pain, I have a suggestion for you if you're experiencing some pain. A homemade remedy. It won't be eggs, but something you can find on any corner. Hit that level at the top. Put the level at the top. Live. LV. Hold it. Yeah, good. Something you can find on any corner, multiple corners, multiples on a corner, some good old booze. So no need to go to the hospital, just go ahead, chug you a little bit.
Wow.
Some booze and you'll be A-okay. With that being said, here's my chairmanship session. I'm Dr. Wiltriam. You call on me at any time. Back to you, Mr. VP something.
I mean, Toastmaster will dream. You're just a chairperson of chairpersons.
I mean, like, that is
There's
powerful.
no other like you. Like really? Literally. Makes me want to go back to my thinking chair and think.
All right, back to you, to our VPE, Toastmaster Marginals, and if not, in the 3 seconds, back to you, Toastmaster Jones. Take it away.
If you enjoyed tonight's educational session, please make some noise. Present and you're acting in the spirit of TM Knowles. So thank you again for coming to another education session of Visionaries 754.
Play one.
Yes, every time. If you're interested in being on the agenda, as well as participating in one of our workshops, our marathons, or anything, or even just find out where you are on your pathways and just how you can continue to apply the skills and quickly move up your levels, please feel free to reach out to your VP or one of your executives so that we can better assist you and help you get the best out of your Toastmaster journey. With that being said, I'll now yield virtual President Jones, who will again go through the end of all of that stuff. All right, so good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters and guests. So before we close, of course, we have no guests in the room, which means we're gonna go straight to our announcements. Are there any announcements in the house?
Tools are due for the month of October, and I'll be sending a few information for events happening in Toastmasters month. There's a social, a collaborative Division F&I social. I neglected to send that info already, but it's something that we definitely want to support in some form or fashion and attend, to network, to mingle, meet some other people, and just to be a part and to celebrate Toastmasters month, which is an official month in the Bahamas, and more to come later on. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Of October is Toastmaster month, as well as it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we have two big things that we're celebrating this month. So you are encouraged to show your support, show your awesomeness, and just show up, show out, and shut it down. As well as, like he said, dues. Pay them bills. Did you pay your dues bills? Did you pay your telephone bills? I don't think no. So yeah, pay your dues. And of course, this payment period is from October to March. Of course, it's $6 for this payment period is 6 months. You can pay for this payment period as well as the next payment period carries straight into the next Toastmaster year. So please do pay your dues. We want to make sure keep everything Gucci and peachy so that you're able to get full benefits of your Toastmaster journey. Of course, you're not paid. Even you can still give your speeches, but we're unable to submit it to the Toastmaster website so that you can get the credit, because at the end of the day, we want you to get your credit. So with that being said, any announcements? I have one. So why is my screen like this? So a few weeks ago, I ordered lightsaber. You can separate into two separate lightsabers or combine into one lightsaber staff. I ordered that. And I just got the email today that it arrived to the US address, which means I represented lightsaber. So that's my announcement. Anyways, any announcements? DTM Williams, announcements?
No, sir.
All right. If that would be all, announcements going once, announcement going twice. Close.
He is bored.
All right. Do we have a motion for adjournment?
Mr. President, if I may, I, Toastmasters Graham will dream move that we end the session of Toastmasters Visionary 754 at 8:19 p.m. Until next time, next week, same place, same time.
Recognize. Second in the room. All right, so it's got Korean TM Will Dream just got photo bond by TM Edwards, who second the motion for adjournment at 8:19. All opposed. Speak now if you have more hold your peace and in the court of Visionaries. Opposition going once, opposition going twice. Again, close to the bottle of red wine. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Welcome, Sith Lord.
Thanks for popping in. Good night, Roy? Victor, if that is iPhone, Victor.
What's up, Victor, on the iPhone?
Alright, Jones, those Moles who might be AFK right now. Pleasure. And in the room, Toastmaster Menace, Toastmaster Edwards. We'll see y'all next time, real soon.
Have a good one, everybody. Good job.
Good night.
Good to hear your voice, Devin. See you later.
Thank you.
Okay. Sleep tight, Toastmaster boy.
Yeah, I think you could. He's